Current Legionnaires. Team's up for warm-up, they're ready to go. The sticks are down, the referee's arm is up. Puck's on the ice and it's immediately won by the Legionnaires. That one's kicked back. Played in the neutral zone, looking for a man up front. He finds one across, but that was picked off by Melnick. He fires it down into the corner. Puck ricochets behind the net, and that's worked over. Kick back up, there's a chance in front. Chipped off the Rangers and down the ice. It'll be a no icing call off the Rangers player. Kick back up, here's Arnson. There's a shot from a tight angle. That one didn't work out. Kept in there along the side and is fired back behind the net. Good defensive play down there. Here's McCleary. He's working against Gustafson. Gustafson wins that battle and McNally comes away with it. Smith battling in there too. McNeely comes away with that one. Tries the center, didn't work. McCleary has it at the point. Cross to his partner. There's a shot through traffic. That one's turned aside. Good hit there in the corner. And it's battle for it behind the net. Who's going to come out with it? Swift Current does in front, but no white jerseys are waiting for that pass as Gustafson comes with it for the Rangers. He'll get the center and dump it down the ice. Go for a change. Puck set up there, fired across the boards. Couldn't quite keep it in on the Rangers side. That was Beckold. He'll leave it for Florchuk. And the first penalty coming up of the game. Beckold might have got a little too much of his player. And indeed, that's exactly it. So Beckold will sit for 2 for a hold, and it'll be the Swift Current power play.
A little bit scrambly opening up here, Ryan, and maybe that's why that hold happened, is because people were out of position early, but I think it's going to calm down here fairly quickly.
Pouliot has a stick down. There's the puck drop, scramble for it, and squares to Pecco. He's able to fire it down the ice. Set up down for Herman, sets up for his D-man. Swift Current will have the first breakout on the power play. This one's across to Martins. Martins gains the zone. Waits looking for a pass. He finds his man and is fired down into the corner now. Schmidt working on that one. There's a good battle along the corner. Swift Current comes away with it. They control along the side. That's Deckaway. Fires long shot. It was blocked in front by his Florchuk. And a scramble for it along the boards. Battle on the blue line just squirts out. And Swift Current will have to regroup. Looking for a man. Good pressure there by Pouliot. He's able to win that puck battle. It was a one-on-one battle. He's taken back down, and now they're battling for it again. It's 3-on-1 here. Swift Current comes away with a puck. He looks for his man. He finds it across the near boards. This is Linklater coming in. Linklater has that puck go off the defenseman's skate, and he couldn't control. Now there's another battle in the corner. Linklater has it for McCleary. McCleary back to Linklater. Linklater tries to get in front off the defenseman, and now he fires it just wide. Fires along the far boards. McCleary tries to get one through off the glove, and we're battling again in the corner. Linklater. Swift Current wins the battle. Looking for their man up top. That's Jonah Rieger. Fires it. That one's blocked again. Rieger a shot. And that one's just wide. Bell has it on the far side. Bell dangerous on that power play. 6 power play goals this season. McCleary just able to keep it in. Scramble in front. And that one goes off his own man's skate. Not able to keep it out. McCleary keeps it in. Fires along the far side to Bell. And another scramble. And that one does get out for Fort Saskatchewan. So Swift Current a little sloppy on the early power play, but this is Rieger coming back in. He wasn't able to get in the zone, and Bethold steps on the ice. That's the first power play down for Swift Current. Grattan has it behind the net. He'll set up for his defenseman, and he's looking across the ice. He finds him as Fort Saskatchewan will gain the zone. He'll dump it in behind the net. Fort Saskatchewan able to control down low and work the circle off the far post. Best chance for Fort Saskatchewan so far is a shot off the post.
Lots of nerves here early.
Some nerves here early for sure. That's Radmanovich takes a hit from Council. And Swift Current will slow it down behind their own net and get it, try to set up for their breakout. Long lead pass. That one's tipped by Lawrence, intended for Lawrence, tipped by the defenseman Moline. Grattan's able to fire it across the ice for Pouliot. It goes off a skate, and Fort Saskatchewan is able to come out with it. This is McNeil. Here's a shot. Not much to that one. That one's kicked aside. And Swift Current will control behind the net. Moline's able to keep that one in. for Fort Saskatchewan. Another battle behind the net. There's a hard hit there in the corner. That's Ashton McNeely. As a scramble forward at center ice, Strang's able to play it down into the zone for Swift Current. And Boucher will go across to Moline. Moline, not much time and space, gives it away out front. There's a chance! And a good save there. Good pressure by Swift Current, able to give up that chance. Another shot, that was just wide. Chance along the far side, they score!
Really good pressure led to that goal. And being hard on the puck, goalie couldn't stop it, couldn't put his glove on it, banged home, 1-0.
That was Quinn Strang able to capitalize off that Swift Current pressure. Puck kicked along the side boards, and he's able to tuck it in the corner. And just like that, Swift Current's up 1-0.
Down here.
Might have a chance to settle down after that one, you're right. Scrambly play, though, as Fort Saskatchewan was able to take it back. Long lead pass, is able to tip it down into the zone, negate the icing. And we're in for a battle now. Behind the net, off a leg. No room, tries to get out front, and nothing to that one. In the corner now, it's worked across. That's the Swift Current. Bell, the leading scorer, he's able to gain the zone and just fire it behind the Fort Saskatchewan D-man Smith. And Bell will control in the corner. Sharp angle shot, not much to that, as McCleary will keep it in for Swift Current. There's Smith. Tries to get to his winger and pitch from the defenseman. No pass there. Now Swift Current will regroup in their own zone. They go D to D a couple times as they'll set it up again. That's Brandon Van Hogen behind the net rather. And missed pass. And there's one to center that's able to get through, and Swift Current will gain the zone, led by Lawrence. Lawrence one-on-one. There's a good shot, and not much to that one. Easy save by Gabe Grattan.
We would like to take this time to acknowledge our gold sponsors, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, McSweeney's, Dentine, and Oreo Bars. Their support of the Max is greatly appreciated.
Dropped. Another scramble draw, and that one squirts to the corner. Swift Current's able to get the shot from the point. It's tipped, ricocheted in front. Not much of that one. It's able to be cleared out. The arm's up for icing, and Hutton will let it go, and that will be an icing call. So we'll come back and do it again.
The first pass from Fort Saskatchewan today seems to be hitting their wingers, but the wingers are having a really hard time getting past the defenseman on the blue line. Let's see if they can turn that around before the end of the period.
He's in, the captain for the draw. He's in against Matheson. Pardon me, that's Martin's in for the draw. Linesman didn't like that one, so he'll throw out both the centers, actually, and we'll get two new guys in here. This is Artson versus Gustafson, and it's a scramble draw. And is able to shoot out in the corner for Martins. Martins up the man to Levesque. Levesque mishandles it, and Gustafson got a little too much of it as he tried to clear it. We'll go down the ice. Goalie have to play it now. Hutton able to go around the back. Herman coming around the back, was kept in by Fort Saskatchewan. Swift Current now, that breakout, trying to hit that first pass, as you said, Mitch. And here it is here. That one's intercepted that time as Fort Saskatchewan picked that one, saw it coming. Now they got numbers the other way. Gustafson misses his man, and they're into a battle now. McNeely's able to fire it down in the corner, the captain for Fort Saskatchewan. This one's controlled by Fogg. Fogg fires it up to DeCounty. Kind of across the ice. He's able to get a shot off. Not much to that one, as Grattan's able to glove it.
The Max Tournament would like to take this opportunity to thank St. Polytechnique for their support of the tournament and the use of their site for overflow parking. If you're looking to further your education, please contact SAIT at sait.ca.
Yeah, Melnick, sure, if you can pick that puck, and it's good to have him on the ice when you're looking to do that. Against Lamanna, and Lamanna wins it. Fort Saskatchewan off the glass. They're able to get it out, but not too far as McCleary hits a skate, and they have to regroup. Fort Saskatchewan looking for a pass. They find their man along the far side, and they're able to dump it in. Lamanna's into apply pressure on Herman. It worked as Lamanna's in the corner, and he's able to control, cycle it down low to his man Williams. Working there against the defenseman. Good battle for the puck. It's 2-on-2. And Fort Saskatchewan comes out with it behind the net. They're able to get it back out to their D-man. There's a shot off the leg, and maybe a chance the other way is a half step. And broken up nicely there by Moline. Fort Saskatchewan will go around the boards to Redmanovich. Redmanovich able to get it to center, but that's as far as Strange cut that one off. Strange into the zone himself. Drops it for Robbie, the defenseman. Fires it. That one's just off the blocker of Grattan. Now Fort Saskatchewan the other way. He has Redmanovich on the side. We had to hold up as to negate the offside. Missed that one wide, and it'll go around the corner as Bell's looking to apply pressure for Smith. Bell comes away with the puck. He's working against Sear. Bell will be working the corner now. It'll be dropped for Smith. Up for Kowal. Kowal's facing pressure from Robbie, and that puck just squirts out. Battle for along the blue line. It's kept in as Sheet alone. Here it is. Oh, and he just missed it. Put it in the corner for his man. Puck kind of squirted out with a funny bounce, and all of a sudden Sheet found him in by himself. Another battle for it behind the net. As this one's controlled by Swift Current. Looking for their defenseman. They find their man. That's line. There's a shot. That was just wide. Kowal working against Robbie. Robbie keeps it in for Swift Current, but that one's off a leg, and Fort Saskatchewan's able to find their man and get it to center ice. Here's Sheet up for Bell. Bell, there's a shot. That one's off the leg of Grattan. Not much of that one as Smith comes away with it, and he finds his man Kowal. Kowal now looking for his man, and that one's offside. Thought he might have was able to stretch the leg, but linesman says no. Breakouts. They're getting all kinds of pressure from the Swift Current's wingers.
Defense doing a really good job of standing them up at the blue line.
As the puck's down, and Fort Saskatchewan wins that draw. And again, here comes the breakout. They'll just gain the ice. No, they didn't. They didn't gain center. Linesman holding him to a high standard this afternoon, and we'll come back the other way and face off to the right of Herman.
Swift Current is stretching a lot of passes right now. They need to shorten it up so they can use their legs. It's a big ice surface.
Levesque is in for the draw, and no, linesman says no. They'll kick out Cramps, and instead they'll bring in Peichel to take the draw. It's lost by Fort Saskatchewan. It's rung around the boards there. Here's Evgen. A bit of a scrambling play. The referee has his arm up, and I think someone might have got their stick on the Swift Current player. Yeah, exactly. That's Kudlik. Got him with the stick as he was coming by.
Even if they're getting around, you still can't use your stick to infract the opponent. That's an easy call for the ref.
Yeah, Kudlik was beat along the side and had to get a stick on him, but that's a penalty against McNeely, and Neely wins that one. But it shoots back to Robbie. Swift Current now will set up that power play again. There's a shot that one's tipped off a leg, and it'll be up and over the ice. Linesman say off blue. To the right of Grattan. See if Swift Current can set up a bit of a better power play this time. They had lots of time in the zone, but they just couldn't get it first time around, and here's a draw. That one's won. So Fort Saskatchewan tries to set it up. It goes across for Robbie. Robbie down low for Evgen. But that one's picked off by Fort Saskatchewan. That's Peichel. He put it down the ice. He's killing a penalty. Pouliot pressuring Herman. But Robbie controls. So Robbie steps out looking for his man. There's the good first pass. But that one's the second pass is in the feet of Pouliot, and it ricochets back into the Swift Current zone. Here's Robbie. Up, and Swift Current gains the zone, but no, they didn't. Offside. Linesmen are on fire today. They're keeping that line sharp.
Fort Saskatchewan's doing a good job of getting the puck out right now.
This is Gustafson versus Linklater, and Linklater wins that one, so McCleary fired back to his partner, and they'll dump it in the zone, try to set up that power play again. And they do. Bell has control. Bell down for Linklater. He's looking for Bell, but shoots out to McCleary at the point. He'll take his time, get it set up, puts it back in the corner for Linklater. Linklater looking to set it up, and that one's picked off by Gustafson, and Oh, it was picked off again by Linklater. Another penalty coming up, though. This one looks like to be against Swift Current. And it is. That'll be Spencer Bell, lead scorer for Swift Current. He'll sit for 2 on a hook, and sometimes when you're reaching for that puck, you get a little too much of them with your stick.
Yep, classic case of needing to move your...
Rangers will have about a minute power play. Face off in the Swift Current zone, and Swift Current wins that one. It's ricocheted across the boards. Smith pinches to cut it off. He does it nicely and able to gain a little bit of time with the puck, but that one's now kicked back to Lamanna. Winger moving back to cover the defenseman as Smith made his way up, and a little bit of a missed pass as Sear was looking for Smith. And it's now kicked into the corner. Lamanna's in there working for it for Fort Saskatchewan. Looking back, it's across to Smith. Smith, there's a shot tipped in front. No blue sticks on that, and Swift Current will come away with it. Still 4-on-4. Sear will control now for Fort Saskatchewan. Sear will go across to Smith. And Smith looking for his man. He finds Gustafson. Swift Current will fire it back, and no ice as we're now killing. Smith will set it up. They're on the power play now. He's got Melnick to his right, and that's who he just chooses to fire to. But that one's cut off by Swift Current, and he'll try it again. Now he's looking for Lamanna. He hits him in the skates. Lamanna controls along the close side boards. Goes across the ice to Gustafson. Gustafson up for Sear. Sear to Melnick. Melnick in front. There's a shot, but that one's blocked by Robbie in the foot. Sear. One-timer didn't work for Gustafson. He was looking across the ice, top of the circle, and Swift Current able to fire it off the glass and down the ice. Grattan leaves it for Sear. He'll set it up again, and this time he leaves it for the winger. That's Kudlak in, but he wasn't able to make a move and dumps it back into the corner. Sear will try it again. 10 seconds left on this power play for Fort Saskatchewan. Not too much to report for them first time around. That pass is missed. It's in the skates, and Swift Current will control. And that's just about the end. Looking for Bell actually coming out. Hit him in the skates, almost tripped him. And we're back to even strength. There's a pass across and able to gain the zone, so Pico will get in there, and the goalie fired up off the glass and can't do that.
The Max Major Midget Hockey Tournament would like to thank our two-way communication sponsor, WestCan Wireless, Canada's premier supplier of advanced integrated radio communication solutions and services.
Great hockey play. It's good to see that kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, the defenseman sacrificing the body, blocked the shot on the power play, and not much more you can ask. Fort Saskatchewan controls in the corner. Looking for his man out front. That was Lamanna. And they have a chance sharp angle shot, but that one's no problem for Jacob Herman. He's able to rein it in, and another face-off coming in the same spot.
Fort McLeod's been doing a good job of cycling the puck down low, especially on the power play, but their defense up top are open and could get the puck on net for them if they really wanted to.
Little room up top for them to operate. Swift Current will control behind the net, and Lawrence is pressured there by Ekenlam. Fort Saskatchewan controls behind the net. Battle for it along the near boards. Ekenlam will keep it in. No, he won't. It'll skip over his stick, and they'll regroup. A little more pressure being applied now as we're even strength. Lamont is the first man in. As Moline's able to kick it with his skate, keep it at center. He leaves that one for Willens. Willens able to dump it in, and Fort Saskatchewan will change. Good pressure there as Fort Saskatchewan is able to get the puck back. This is Pouliot. He dumps it down in the corner. There's another battle for it. It's a 2-on-2 battle. Fort Saskatchewan comes away with it. Able to find that D-man. D-man in front. It was tipped just wide. It's a good shot from the point. Looking to get a stick on it. Tipped it just wide. So they'll cycle it down low. Fort Saskatchewan first man. That's Pouliot in there. He's able to get it out front, top of the circle, back to the D-man. Scramble for it in front. Not much to that as Boucher will retreat and dump it back into the zone. Fort Saskatchewan has to tag up. That'll give Rieger a little more time as Rieger controls. He goes across for McCleary. McCleary, a long lead pass, and is able to get it in the zone. Looking for his man at center, and Fort Saskatchewan will set up now. Another long lead pass. That one's picked off. You got to be careful the offside here. Legs off his own man's skate down in the zone. Robbie back on the ice, so no harm done with that shot block. Looking across the near boards, this is Kudlak. This is Von Hagen. But Peichel cuts it off, and Fort Saskatchewan will come back. Is Florachuk able to dump it into the zone, and Herman will fire across the boards to his own man, and actually out of the zone down the ice. Not sure if it'll have enough to make it. It won't, says the linesman. And they'll cycle it back. Good hit, though, on the forecheck. So Fort Saskatchewan will take his time, looking for the first pass. That's Sear, and Sear's able to dump it in to the corner for Peichel. Peichel cycles it down low behind the net. Swift Current comes out now. It'll flip it up. He hit Von Hagen and his own man in the head, and that won't work out very well. He can't do that, and Florachuk will able to just put it back into the zone, and they'll reset up. This is Robbie. Robbie has the puck tipped in by Von Hagen and is able to negate the icing. There's a battle for it along the close boards. Von Hagen's in there looking for his man. Center out front, backhander, and it's off the outside of the net. This is Evgen. Von Hagen being worked by Florachuk. He leaves it for Sear. Sear looking for his man. That's Peichel. Peichel up to Melnick, and Melnick's able to get it deep into the zone. Herman cuts it off, though, and he finds his own man, and Fort Saskatchewan will lead the breakout the other way. Gustafson now looking to make his mark. He's able to cycle it and looking for his man in front, but not much there. Fort Saskatchewan, Swift Current coming the other way. And there's an easy glove save for Grattan. He'll hang on, and the faceoff coming to his blocker's side.
Number 7, Brandon Von Hagen, had that great check on the forecheck and kept chugging away afterwards on the second forecheck in before he went and changed. Even dove for the puck there. That's really good work. That's hard work for a kid.
Yeah, Von Hagen was in about 3 different battles in the same shift.
Yeah.
Taking on 2 men on the boards and 1 behind the net. There's a chance off the draw, but it's fired over the net. Fort Saskatchewan's looking to make a pass, but a little too far, and Swift Current are able to control. Levesque now. Cross for his D partner. Looking for the first pass, but it's cut off. That's Kudlik in there. Excuse me, that's Melnick in there. He's working against Levesque, and Levesque will find deck away, but no, he won't. It'll be tipped down the ice.
Good call off.
That's Bethold in there. Bethold, long lead pass. This is for Ramenovich. He's working against his man, and just able to get in the corner in the end as well. It's in for Lamana, and not much of that. Couldn't get a stick on it. That's McCleary in there for Swift Current, battling against Lamana. Shoot along the far boards, and it's coming out. Cut it off, and Rowan's in front, trying to get a shot. Lamana tried to get a shot, not much to that. He kind of fanned on it. Here comes Swift Current the other way. Good chip pass, and actually made a couple linesman skates, and wasn't able to get a stick on it. So Ramanovich up for Kudlik. Looking for Lamanovich's shot, and a good save there by Herman. He had that man the whole way, and in the end, Herman with a great save. This is Strange in there. He's working against the D-man Florachuk, and Melnick's able to come back. Up out his D-man, he gets it to Peichel. Peichel now, working his way up, 2-on-2 the other way. This is Cramps and Peichel. Cramps will take it behind the net. Oh, will trip and go into the end boards. Leave it for Swift Current. That's Robbie, up for Bell. Bell able to get it past the defenseman into the zone, and Bell will go in and try the forecheck. And send a little too far, and that Sheet, he's in there. Bell behind the net, and Grattan has it. He says, I'll hang on.
We were going pretty hard in the breakouts early on in this game, but they've really turned it around both sides the first couple passes.
And can't really blame them. First game for both these teams of the prestigious Max Midget.
Lots of neutral zone skating here.
Pouliot's able to work it into the zone. And Smith's able to keep it in, but he's able to give it away. And Lawrence coming back the other way. He has a half step on both D-men. Smith gets a piece of him, though, and They couldn't find it back the other way. Now there's a 2-on-2 battle in the corner. They're working hard. They're pushing, and it ends up that's DeCounty will come out for Swift Current. Shot down the ice, but too far. And that'll be icing on Fort Saskatchewan. And the gents will have words next to the bench there and talk about it.
A couple little tiny whacks here and there, just saying hello.
Just saying hello. That's the spirit of the match. Fort Saskatchewan, and it's behind the net where their D-men will control. Couldn't get it though as Evgen up for Lawrence. Lawrence looking for his man in front. There was no one there, and it's cut off, brought the other way by Melnick. Melnick now leads the rush into the zone. Gets a half shot off, and McNeely was going hard to the net, but not much there as Herman's able to control the rebound. So we'll have a face-off coming up to the blocker side of Herman. Quite evenly. Lamanna works it back for Forchuk. Penalty coming up. That'll be against Swift Current. They'll touch it, and referee Brandon Grieger, he's sending. That's Brandon Von Hogan. He's got him for head contact.
They keep head contact pretty tight at this level. That's a big deal, especially when they're skating.
And it'll be 4 minutes, no less. So Brandon Grieger, referee, is putting the lid on it early in terms of head contact, and Von Hagen will sit for 4. That'll give Fort Saskatchewan the chance for a 4-minute power play. Face off to the glove side, and linesmen are waiting for it to go up on the clock, and now it has. So they're going to drop the puck as McNeely is in there against Sheet. Face-off's won by the Rangers. Try to get it to his D-man. They just barely keep it in. That was Smith doing a good job. Gustafson looking in front. The D-man was pinching. Melnick couldn't get a handle on. Swift Current has a chance the other way, short-handed. Here's Sheet. He was looking down low for Martins, but Martins not able to control, and he'll go back. Oh, and that hit the ref. That hit Brandon Grieger in the hip. That was Kerry Levesque looking to clear the puck down the ice, but still you caught Brandon Grieger. So that gives Fort Saskatchewan a chance to set up. Smith for Melnick. Melnick back up to Smith. He walks the line, gets a shot through, rebound, and that was McNeely wasn't able to get the stick around it because the pad of Herman was there. But they win a battle down low. That's Lamanna up for Melnick. Melnick across. There's a shot, and he was looking for Lamanna back door and couldn't get a stick on it. Smith now, cross for Gustafson. Gustafson, there's another shot, and that one's just tipped off the leg of Herman, high and wide. Melnick controls now. Melnick down low. And that one's off the stick of Fort Saskatchewan player, Swift Current player, but Smith will still control. He'll go across to Gustafson. Gustafson back to Smith. Smith gets one through, and that one hits something, and ricochets up over the net. Smith is off Swift Current.
Sorry, Ryan. Smith is doing a really good job of quarterback in his power plays, really calm back there. Keeps passing the puck off to the guys who know where they are on the other side. That's pretty good. There's some cross-ice passes here. I'm surprised they're getting through, but they can't connect on them.
Melnick in to take the draw against Evgen. Evgen's able to get it to the winger and wouldn't necessarily count that as a win, but it's down the ice either way. This is Bethold. He's able to control it. He finds Willems. Willems into the zone now. Working across the near boards, able to get a tight angle shot off of the side of the net. He has it back for Radlanovich and is tipped on goal. Sears is able to get a stick on it just as the period's ending. And we'll go into the second period. Swift Current leading 1-0.
Shots on goal in the first period. Fort Saskatchewan Rangers 7 and the Swift Current Legionnaires 10. Just to show
4-minute double minor to Von Hagen for the head contact. And the Rangers will control. Able to work into the zone, short-handed behind the net. Looking for a D-man up front. That's Smith. He gets across to Melnick. And Gustafson now. Across for Smith. Smith is shot through. It hits a Swift Current. Rebound, they score! Vincent Lamanna able to pick up the rebound from the Matt Smith shot, bury it, and early in the second period. The Rangers tie it at 1.
Again, they put Smith at the top of the umbrella power play there. And again, he delivers a nice shot to the front of the net, and it gets banged home. Excellent execution.
So the Rangers have been working for that one since the midpoint of the first period. They finally get it, and we're all tied at 1 here. Good game between these two teams. They haven't played each other in regular season. They're both middle of the pack in their respective zones. So now we're even strength as just past the 2-minute mark of the double minor, and that goal will negate it. So we're even strength. Swift Current will dump it down behind the net. Grattan controls, mishandles it a little bit. Not much trouble in front, so no harm done. There's a battle for it behind the net, however. Swift Current works it out. They find their D-man. There's a shot from the point, but it's off Melnick. Into the corner now. Battle for it, 2-on-1. Swift Current's able to control. This is Levesque. Goes across for Fogg. Fogg to Arnson, who tips it into the zone. Bad pass across the corner, and Swift Current will dump it back into the zone. Another battle for it. Cramps on it first for Fort Saskatchewan, and the Rangers will move it out front. Legionnaires now, led by Rieger. Lead the breakout. He's looking across. Instead, he'll just take it across the middle himself, and he'll dump it into the zone. That one's over the stick of Gustafson, but he takes it off the glass. Low glass here in the Max Bell. He'll take it off the...
41 years of incredible hockey memories, brought to you by Circle K Convenience. Circle K Convenience Stores hope you have a memorable experience and enjoy the 42nd Annual Max Midget Tournament. We want to send a special thanks to Circle K for their many years of support.
There against the Valley, and it's back for Lino. Lino fires it behind the net. Swift Current keeps it in now, and there's a battle in the corner. Working it across the corner, and be behind the net. This is Sear on it. Sear up for Willems. Not able to get much on it. No icing, however, as there's a race for it now. Herman's able to come out and play it. McNeely, that'll be a glove pass. McNeely was looking for Radmanovich, but pass it with his glove. He can't do that. Face-off will come outside the zone.
Swift Currents started off this period pinching a little bit with their strong side D-men, and that led to another waved offside. A good little puck rush for Saskatchewan.
This is Linklater in against McNeely, and McNeely wins it for the Rangers. It's back at the point. And the Rangers will control. Bad pass through the neutral zone, picked off by the Legionnaires. They had to regroup, however. They had a man offside as Lino fires it across the ice, and they're able to get it into the zone now. Onside. Ebgen in there against Sear. Sear able to work it in the corner and shoot a little along the boards, but comes back for Lino. He'll fire it back in the corner. Lino now, the old man back. This is Willems working against him, and he finds Von Hagen along the near boards. Von Hagen decides to go for a lap around his own net. He'll set it up. Misplays it, though, and this is Willems in there, and he controls. Robbie for Swift Current's able to control it back, and Robbie behind his own net, able to get it to his defense partner Lino, and Lino will look for Evgen. Didn't get much on the pass, though, however, and Linklater will fire back in. They'll set it up again. A little bit sloppy to start for Swift Current, but they do find a man up front. Couldn't hang on to it, though.
Strong pass by Robbie.
A good pass there, working it down low. The Rangers trying to get it out. They do. And Melnick's the first man on it. And it might be offside here. They've got to be careful. They touch it, and it will be offside. Interesting where they're going to put this face-off.
The sponsor of the day is True Hockey. Check your program for a special True offer. True Hockey. Made true.
Yeah, that was a good breakout pass there by Eric Robbie, tape to tape, right before he's crossing over the blue line. On the same page, those two.
So the lineman says there's an inadvertent offside, so they'll have the face off at the dot as per usual. This is Rieger fires into the zone for Swift Current. The whistle though, and must have done it offside. They are coming back. So Swift Current didn't tag out before that first pass came, and they'll come back for the icing call.
Back to square one here at the start. Down again, settle back in.
McNeely beat Council on the draw, and Bethold put it down in the corner for his man Pouliot. That puck's up and over the glass. No, it bounces back in. Puck was halfway over the glass, but favorable kick sends it back into play. Swift Current is beneficiary as this is Hilbig comes out. He's able to get a shot. That's over Grattan. Not much to that one. This is McCleary now working it down into the zone. McCleary in there battling. He's wrestling against Florchuk. Come away with it. Swift Current comes away with it. Legionnaires dump it into the zone for their man. That's Lawrence, and he's in there battling against McNeely, and that fires off for Pouliot. Rieger has to retreat as Pouliot controls. They're able to get a tip on it. Negate the icing. Kowal's in there for the Rangers. Battle across the near bolts. Bethel can't get a hold of it and will shoot out. This is Sear. Battling again along the near boards. This is Cramps. Looking, but taken away by Deckaway, and Cramps will control anyways. It went off the foot. 3-on-2 now for the Rangers. There's a shot. That was just over the net. Sear controls the blue line for the Rangers. Big defenseman. And that puck will be worked into the corner. Melnick's in there for the Rangers. He finds Peichel. Peichel in front. He was looking for his man, but no stick on that. And instead, the Legionnaires will bring it the other way. One-on-one battle. Get a shot, but it's wide, and give the Rangers a chance to break out. That was Deckaway.
Good change by Swift Current there.
Melnick now works up for Cramps. Cramps is looking for Peichel, but it goes off the leg of a Swift Current defender, and not much of that one, so it's back down the ice. Sears in a race for it. Smith will control for the Rangers. Smith looking for Melnick. Back to Sear. Sear up for Cramps. Cramps back to Smith. Able to get it across, but they don't do it on sides. They'll have to retreat, and that'll give the Legionnaires a chance to regroup. There's a man to the right. 3-on-2. There's a shot, and no rebound there. Gabe Grattan able to hang on.
The sponsor of the day is True Hockey. Check your program for a special True offer. True Hockey. Made true, play true.
Over to the bench right as the play is coming back down to their end, and they got a good save out of their goalie there. Very lucky.
So Strange will come in against Peichel. And the draw is won by the Rangers. This is Gustafson along the far side, looking for a long pass from Melnick. He hits him, but he can't get a hold of it as Lino's able to work against it, and Herman's seen enough. He'll hang on with a man charging in. Long lead pass, just wasn't able to get a handle on it, and puck bounced up over his head.
He had some quick pressure on him too from Swift Current there. Defenseman stepping up as per usual. They got to expect that the rest of the game.
So the face off to the left of Herman. It's won by the Rangers. That was Lamanna. And it's dumped down now behind the net. Melnick's the first man on it. Melnick working in the corner. Two-man battle for it now. Strange is in there. Hickenlamb's in there. Got a pile of bodies. Able to shoot it out for the Legionnaires. This is Sheet. The Rangers no control. Big hit there by Bell. Might have got too much of him. He did. And the ref has his arm out. So Bell will be going for his second penalty of the game. And
he got caught there being a little bit late. Don't want to start seeing a bunch of those hits. Ref clamps down it right away. He's in the box.
yeah, Spencer Bell. Pass didn't quite hit his man. And by the time he's able to get a piece of him, he'd...
Couple too many steamboats.
That's right. Too many steamboats. The Ranger player had cut to the left also, and his elbow caught him. And 2 minutes for... Once they sort out who's going to take the draw, they'll have a chance for their second. Melnick. Back for Bethanold. This is Kudlik. Kudlik working in the circle, able to get a half step. There's a shot, but Herman's there for that one, right in the glove.
That was a quick snap there by Kudlik at the top of the circle, but Tendy was right on it.
Yeah, Herman doesn't let too many of those past him. Big goalie. Kudlik's in there against Evgen. Kudlik wins it, and Sear will control. Sear looking for a pass. He finds Beckold on the far point. Looking for a back door. Good save there. As Herman slides across, and he robs Melnick, who was looking for one, and they'll talk about it. A little pushing and shoving, and
A little bit of rough stuff now.
boys are fired up for the Max Midget. Can't blame them.
Motions are coming up. Good.
Good push by Herman to get across and rob Melnick.
And he shut the door in his 5-hole, too. Good job getting that plank down.
Bethel was looking for Melnick back door. He had him, but Herman slides across and robs him. So we'll stay even, and we'll also stay even strength as Radmanovich coming in to sit for little extracurriculars. Pardon me, they're both going to sit. So Fogg and Radmanovich will take one each for the rough, and those will negate. Rangers will stay on the power play 5-on-4 for 1:41. Legionnaires win the draw. Too sharp an angle to clear, and so Rangers will control. And there's a shot that's turned aside by Herman. We'll try to work it down. Robbie for the Legionnaires cuts it off, and there's a battle in there. They work it free. The Rangers find Smith at the point. Cross for Melnick. Melnick, Gustafson. Shot. Good block there by Robbie. Second big shot block he's had is Smith now. Melnick. Melnick fans on the shot. Couldn't get a hold of it, though. LaManna gets it back to Smith. Smith fires as another block. This time it goes up and over the net. Martin's got in front of that one.
The Max Tournament Committee would like to thank Global for their TV and radio support in the promotion of this year's tournament.
It's like you said, Ryan. Robbie's really laying the body down today. He's in it to win it. Good defensive defenseman. And get the puck in well, too.
Yeah, a couple big shot blocks by him today. They love him on that penalty kill. Get in front of those pucks coming from the point. And here might be another one as Smith controls. Cross to Gustafson. Gustafson, there's a shot. It was high. Coming around the near board. Smith's in a foot race. He's able to keep it in. Get it down low to Melnick. Melnick now. Looking for his man. Finds Gustafson. Top of the circle. Gustafson takes 3 steps in. Drops it down low for LaManna. Smith controls. Smith fires. Oh, that one's just missed high. Didn't miss by too much. Gustafson controls now for the Rangers. Gustafson looking down low. That's McNeely, captain of the Rangers team, and he's pressured by Robbie again on that penalty kill, and Melnick's able to keep it in for the Rangers. Not for long, though, as Deckaway comes in, and that hit a man on the Rangers bench. So Deckaway tried to send it down the ice, but not the right angle. Hit someone on the Rangers bench.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little bit too high, don't you, Ryan?
He had a chance to clear it, and you just see white. That's all you see.
Yeah.
We take this opportunity to remind you to get your 50-50 tickets.
So that'll mean the faceoff comes back to Herman's right, his blocker's side, and Melnick's in there to take the draw against Strange. It's a battle puck, and Willems comes out of it. This is Ickenlab. Willems. Melnick. Controlling down low. Still 13 seconds left on this power play. Melnick looking for his man. He finds Ickenlab, but pass was too far, and Sear will come out and control and sends to Ickenlab. Time will come off the clock on the penalty, and we're back to even strength. But the Rangers have a man in the zones. Willems was looking across for Melnick, but pass was too far. So we're back to even. Bell's out of the box, and he plays it around the boards to his defenseman. It's a Strange in there. Had to be careful. Sear was pinching, and Sear didn't catch all of them. Probably fortunate for Strange. Melnick's in there working behind the net. Willems is in there. Cramps is in there. Someone's need to get the puck, and it will square it out. There's a foot race for it now as Bell comes away with it. Bell out of the box. Puts it off the boards for Strange. But Eckenlab controls for the Rangers, and he faces some pressure of his own now. Legionnaires applying good pressure, but puck shoots out for Sear, and he'll bring it out for the Rangers, looking for Cramps along the near boards. He finds him. Pouliot brings it up now. They're able to stay on side. Lino fires it into the zone behind his net. Bethel couldn't get over there to keep it in, and puck will go down the ice. So the Rangers controlling. That's Flower Chuck. He spins away from his man, and he escapes up ice now through the neutral zone looking for a man. Taking a couple whacks, and referee says play on. Puck will shoot behind the Legionnaires' net, and Kowal's in there against Lino. Strange now, that's Hilberg. He's able to get it to Lawrence, and Lawrence is bringing it out. looking for his man across the ice. Nothing to be found, and Legionnaires will cycle it down into the Rangers zone. That's McNeely. Bring it out. There's another battle along the boards for it. We'll cycle it back behind the nets, and the Rangers will have a chance to regroup. This rush is led by Florchuk, and he decides to dump it in the zone. McNeely's on it. McNeely went to throw a big hit, missed his man. Pouliot's in there now. Bit of a checking line for the Rangers here. Legionnaires come away with it, however, is able to work the puck through the neutral zone, and they'll just dump it in themselves, and they'll get the change. Pouliot took a big hit there. That was McCleary in there. Check Pouliot leads to a chance for the Legionnaires, but Gabe Grattan right there, and he'll hang on. Shot from the point. Not much traffic in front, and easy one for Grattan.
For your car or truck rental or leasing needs, call Driving Force Rentals, Sales, and Leasing, or visit them online.
A little bit more flow going on right now. Middle of the second, wheels are finally turning. Starting to pick it up.
Yeah, both teams are dialed in. They're playing each other pretty even as we halfway through the second, 9:33 left, and linesman didn't like the way Lamont is set up, so they'll bring in someone else to do it. Puck's down, faceoff's won by the Legionnaires. The D-man controls, and a little scrambly puck that ended up getting shot to the corner, and it's a battle for it now. Legionnaires control behind the net, looking for his man out front, but that was cut off by Melnick, and it'll be cycled back. Smith controls now for the Rangers. Smith along the side for Lamanna. Looking for his man across, couldn't find anyone, and that's Lino. He fires it to Linklater, and Linklater up for Evgen. Evgen behind the net, Smith's in there. Good hit there. Pressure being applied, and couldn't keep it in, however, well, they did keep it in. Swift Current kept it in. Linesman was right there. Made a good read on it. Now Lino controls for Swift Current. Shot from the point through traffic, and ends up being wide. This one's off the glass and able to bounce out of the zone, so Lino will retreat, and he'll set up the breakout again. Lino dumps it in himself into the corner, and first man on it. So that's Linklater in there. Linklater controls. He's looking for his man, but that was too far for Rieger. Rieger goes back. Now he controls. Now he's looking for Deckaway. Deckaway behind the net, but Grattan's right there, and with a surging...
Driving Force is the official vehicle supplier to the Max Tournament. For your car or truck rental or leasing needs, call Driving Force Rentals, Sales, and Leasing, or visit them online at drivingforce.ca.
Getting the guys fired up.
Yeah, I don't blame Grattan for hanging on. That was Cash Arnston in there, first man on the forecheck. He's a pretty big boy, and you don't want to mess around with that puck when Cash is coming in.
Definitely, Ryan.
Deckaway's in for the draw against Melnick. Melnick ends up winning it, and able to cycle down for Sear. Sear, long lead pass. He was looking for Cramps. It's off a Swift Current player and back into their zone. Rangers thought they were offside and ended up being okay, so they'll apply pressure now. Puck through the neutral zone. That one's tipped into behind the Rangers net. Legionnaires will set up. Good cycle down low. Not much the Rangers defenseman can do, trying to stay in their position. That's Deckaway fires from a sharp angle, and Grattan had trouble with that, so quick shades into the corner. Defenseman, another shot. Another tough one for Grattan. He fights it off. Deckaway's in there applying pressure, and that one's able to square it out and down into the Legionnaires zone. Not enough for icing, however, as McCleary drops it for Rieger, and they'll set up. Pass cut off by Cramps, but he's not able to get a stick on it, though, and that'll be down the ice for icing.
That pass is meant for number 17 there, Riley DeCowney. He's been going really hard today and looking good. He had a pass right there that he just missed, and if he had had that, it might have been a good scoring opportunity.
Yeah, both these teams like that long lead pass, trying to hit their centerman, making a surge. So we'll see if that works out as McNeely's in there for the draw. That was against Strange, and Strange ended up winning it. It was kept in by the Rangers, however. That's Melnick along the far side. McNeely shot. Oh, back door. Couldn't find his man. Good play. That was Willems in there, but not able to get a stick on it. Redmanovich up for Florchuk. Florchuk. Behind the net is the Legionnaires. I think they tried to give that to the goalie, cover it up, but no dice as McNeely's in there now for the Rangers. He's controlling. Off the ref's foot. Might have helped the Legionnaires, but instead the Rangers dump it back into the zone. Radmanovich first man in. He's working against Fogg. Puck is out. Bethold, good behind the back pass. Oh, just wide. And there's a scramble for it in front, and Herman jumped right on that. Good pass by Willems down low to find his man, and shot from the point, a little dangerous, so Herman pounces right on it.
That line's starting to tie a little bit together. Almost had a backdoor goal, tic-tac-toe, didn't go through. Spinorama pass by Williams to the point. Another really good opportunity. Goalie standing on his head right now, keeping his boys in the game.
Yeah, Jacob Herman's having a good game. Legionnaires have relied on him throughout the season. He started 18 of their games. So he's clear-cut number one, and he's playing like one today. That's Moline. Tries to make a pass, but Lino picks it off, and it's back for Moline. He'll try it again now, moving up against the zone himself this time, but again cut off. This one time by Martins, and Eckenlam will have to retreat and set it up for the Rangers. That pass is too far. Hit the Rangers stick, though, so there'll be no icing. And the Legionnaires will set it up behind their net. Directing traffic, and eventually finds his man. That's Lino. Lino up for Cash Arnston. Tried to cut to the middle and couldn't do it. Pouliot comes away with it now for the Rangers. There's a little chance. They have a half step on the defenseman. Robbie gets back. There's a sharp angle shot, and Herman in the end gets all of that.
Just like to take a second here to mention the refs skating today. Wearing the bands is Brandon Greger, and lines are Connor Ackroyd and Luke Matwichuk. Notice that the linesmen have done a great job of keeping their calls fairly uniform, especially with the wave-offs whenever people are challenging each other. And just thought I'd give a little shout-out. Out-of-town team here to do the max.
Yeah, it's been tight, it's been consistent, and that's all you can ask for. So, always a great job by the officiating crew. Something you and I can appreciate, Mitch. It's Cramps working down low against Rieger. Smith fires that back into the zone, so now Legionnaires not able to get it out as the Rangers are control behind the net. Shots up front. That was Cramps in front. Melnick applied the pressure, and Herman right there to deny him again. Good pressure here by Fort Saskatchewan.
Cramps has been keeping his feet moving today, and he found another good spot in front and a good pass out to him. He couldn't get it in there. He was a little bit too in tight. Could have moved around him, around the tendy a little bit. But, again, another good opportunity, another good save.
Linklater in against Pico, and the linesman says no. So there's the draw, and Swift Current will come up off the glass, but again, this low glass at Max Bell, that ends up going out of play. Low glass along the sides, and sometimes when the defensemen try to play it off, get it down the ice, doesn't work out, as it ends up going over the glass into the fans, and that's what happened there. Melnick's in for the draw. Swift Current again wins it. This time they do get it out, and they have a small break. Couldn't stay on side, though, as he stretched for it and couldn't do it. He doesn't look very happy about it. Couldn't get the pass in time, and we'll have another face-off.
Yeah, they both just looked like they both thought the other guy was going to do something a little bit different there. Number 7, Von Hagen, went all the way ahead with it, and number, I think it was 13, just decided to take an extra second to go over the blue line, offside.
Yeah, that was Linklater and Von Hagen, just on different pages there. But now they have a chance. Not for long, however, as Melnick controls for the Rangers. He's able to get it down into the zone. No icing, will be waved off. Lamont is the first man on it. Good defensive play there. Ref has his arm up. That's Fogg. And it looks like he's got Fogg for a hook.
Yeah, Fogg got his stick around the midsection of Gustafson whenever he was going to play the puck and didn't make an attempt to play the puck. That was an easy call for him to make. Got to make sure your stick's on the ice.
So the Legionnaire is not thrilled about that one, but nevertheless they'll be on the penalty kill again as the Fort Saskatchewan penalty power play has been good. Gustafson, there's a shot. That was tipped just wide. Melnick's in there. Lamanna. Smith. Cross for Gustafson. Gustafson top of the circle. Takes a shot. That one's kicked away by Herman. Swift Current's able to get it out just to the center, however, as Matt Smith will retreat. Finds Gustafson. Now this is McNeely. He stops at the top of the circle. He finds Gustafson, who finds Smith. Good shot for the point by Smith. He's had that all power play. They seem to rely on that. And now he keeps it in. Cross for Gustafson. Led him a little too far, and now he has control. Back door! Good save by Herman.
Great job coming across again.
That was Melnick again looking for the backdoor pass from Gustafson. Same play in the earlier power play, but just as with the earlier power play, Herman slides across and robs him again.
Herman knew he was there. He saw him, puck come across, tracked it the whole way.
Yeah, he's seen that trick before.
Smith must have 10 shot attempts today, 5 of them on the power play, and 6 of them hitting the net.
They like that shot from the point on the power play. It's Melnick's working in there now. Here's Willens. This is up for Sear. For Beckenold. Back for Sear. Now Sear's shooting, and that one's kicked away. Another battle behind the net. Melnick wins that one. Tries to cycle it back, but not far enough, and Sear can keep it in, however. Sear walks the line and finds Kolek. Back for Sear. Sear gets a shot through, and Herman's right there the whole time. No traffic in front for that one.
Still standing strong like a brick wall. Number 33 back in net there. Here we go.
This Rangers power play, they set up. They have all kinds of time. Swift Current hasn't actually put the puck down the ice yet. So Swift Current will try to stay out of the box going forward. And the Rangers set up again. This time it's Sear. Sear across for Beckold. Beckold again looking backdoor. He was looking for Willens, but not there, and he'll go back to Sear. Willens. Top of the circle shot, but that was taken away by Deckaway. And Melnick controls. Good pressure there by Swift Current. Scrambling puck, and the defenseman got right on it. But it shoots back to Sear. Sear shot through traffic. And Herman had that one under the pad. Didn't quite. That one wasn't as comfortable, but nevertheless, he gets the faceoff.
Fort Saskatchewan still pushing that backdoor play. They might be better off at this point trying to sneak it close side, especially since Herman's looking for it now.
Well, now the Rangers are taking to Legionnaires. Shots have now switched to 21-14 in favor of the Rangers. And here's Beckold. There's another shot. That one went through the legs of Robbie, and a little bit of a deflection, but Herman has no problem. Radmanovich, just as the penalty's expiring, finds it across. There's a shot from an angle, and that one's tipped behind the net. Even strength now. Radmanovich is in there. He finds Beckold. Beckold to the top. Another good block by Swift Current. Those penalty killers like to block shots. Now they have a chance the other way, but they'll just dump into the zone as they're tired. This is Sear. He's being pressured on the puck by Rieger controls. Rieger fires it down the ice. Might be too far. It is. It'll be icing on the Legionnaires. So Swift Current might have a chance to regroup here and back to even strength, get back to their game. They dominated the first 10 minutes of this game, and since then Fort Saskatchewan's been playing pretty tight, and shots have now switched where Fort Saskatchewan's in the lead. Score stays 1-1, however. As the Legionnaires win the face-off, it's fired along, it's kept in by Flowerchuk, and Rieger controls. Kowal tried to dump it in, battled for it right in front of the Rangers bench, and a little bit of pushing and shoving. It's Ekinold. Couldn't get it by Bell. But now the Rangers control. They have it out for Kowal. Kowal across. 3-on-2 for the Rangers. Has a man out front and testing that glove of Herman again. And just as it has been all night, Herman with an easy glove save.
A couple of small little battles happening here and there. Kowal's getting a little fired up with some of the guys. Some sticks coming up whenever they're hitting each other. They got to start watching out for that. They don't want to get penalized. Going to the next period, if this game's still tied, you want to make sure you're even strength.
Lamont is in there for the draw against Strange, and they'll throw out Strange. So instead, Arnson will come in and take it against Lamana. Puck's at center. Linesman's all tangled up, and puck will shoot out and past him. There's a chance for Swift Current now the other way. Did he get a piece of him? He didn't, says referee. And that'll negate the chance. Fort Saskatchewan might have got away with one there.
Maybe a penalty, too.
Could have been a hold, but Brandon Grieger says play on. And they do play on. Swift Current controlling, and this is Fogg. Fogg dumps it into the zone, and they'll get back there. First man on, it's Strange. He'll try to cycle it down low. He's cut off, though, and the Rangers control behind the net. This was out front. There's a chance, and for the first time in a little while, Gabriel Grattan had to be sharp, and he was sharp right in the gut.
You know, sometimes that's the hardest thing when you don't have a big workload throughout a period you did before. Keeping your mind in the game, and if something squeaks out from behind your net like that and there's an immediate shot, just being there and getting all the down lows, and especially your logo.
So the puck shot in the corner, and this is McNeely working, the captain for the Rangers. Able to get a half-hearted shot on goal, but Grattan turns it aside. So they'll regroup as Lino fires it into the zone.
Last minute to play in the second period.
1 minute left as Sear will set up behind his own net. He's looking for his man. He finds Willems, and Willems is behind the defenseman, has a half chance now. Here's a chance in front for the Rangers. They score!
What a great job passing that puck off by Williams. He knew that his teammate had some extra wheels on him and a little bit extra space. Dragged it around Harmon. 2-1.
Logan Radmanovich. Good pass by Sear. His beneficiary as he's able to steer it past Herman, and just like that, going into the third, it's 2-1 Rangers.
That was a good team play for Williams not to take that shot. It's hard to pass the puck off sometimes whenever you have a clear route to the net, but that's why teamwork.
So the Rangers' work is paid off here as they now have a lead with 30 seconds left in the second, after Swift Current dominated the first 10 of the first. Swift Current's in on the attack, however, and the Legionnaires work it out to the point. There's a shot that was tipped on goal. Good tip in front. Grattan turns that one aside. They'll cycle it down low. That's Von Hagen. He gets the cross, and Grattan's right there. A little shot, and Beth Old says, don't do that to my goalie.
Fort Saskatchewan's second goal, scored by a number 14, Logan Romanovich, assisted by a number 16, Ethan William, and at number 2, Doran Sear. Time 19:20. That's Ramanovich.
Puck's been dropped, and the Rangers will control. They'll fire down the ice. Won't be enough for icing. Period's almost over anyway. This is Fogg behind the net for Swift Current. He'll cycle it back, and time will run out in the second period. That tying goal, that was a good play by Lamanna. He was able to fire it up. Radmanovich followed the rush, and rebound was sitting right on the door. He's able to pot it in the back of the net, and going into the second period, the Rangers have taken a 2-1 lead.
Period for the Fort Saskatchewan Rangers, 18-13.
In the third period. The sticks are down, the puck is down, and we are underway in the third period. It's a scramble for it. Radmanovic, the goal scorer, to take the lead. He leads into the zone. Gets a short shot off on Herman, and that won't give him any problem. He'll cover up early.
Quick cover might keep us from starting the way we have the last two periods where it was really choppy.
Yeah, both teams a little bit choppy off the hop, and they've shown flashes of it, but as long as they play each other evenly, we'll have a good hockey game. So Swift Current will try to get it out. Smith keeps it. Oh, a big hit there by Arnson. Cash Arnson. He finished his man Smith hard against the boards right in front of us.
Clean.
Absolutely clean. A good solid hit by the big man. And that's a guy you got to keep an eye on when he's on the ice. Cash Arnson. He likes to play the body. So McNeely controls in the corner. Swift Current will come out, and maybe that's the energy surge Swift Current needs as Deckaway fires off the skate of Smith in his zone, and Deckaway will control in the corner. Smith with a check of his own. Melnick will control for the Rangers. Melnick coming through center. In the attacking zone, Melnick drops it for Smith, but Smith wasn't on the same page, and Legionnaires will come away with it. Here's Martins up for Von Hagen. Von Hagen controls it, and he hammers Melnick as Melnick touched the puck and was fair game and gets a long shot off against Grattan. That goes off the shoulder. Out to the point. Here's a slow shot in. That gave Grattan a chance. Grattan had to make a quick reactionary save. That one got tipped in front. But we stay 2-1 for the Rangers. It's worked in front now. Here's Florchuk. Florchuk for Pouliot. Pouliot put it down the ice over the stick. But the linesman says no icing, and that means we'll have a battle for it behind the net. Battle that's won by Swift Current, and they'll control and bring it out. Von Hagen working against Florida. Kowal for Melnick. Melnick has a shot, and that one's off the blocker. Here's Linklater behind his net now. He'll set it up. Linklater drops for McCleary. McCleary, Von Hagen. Von Hagen spins off his man, and he finds a streaking Linklater. Linklater now circles back, controls. He's got a little bit of time. Was looking for Von Hagen, but not much traffic in front, and an easy save for Grattan in the end. Robbie plays it off Gustafson. Here's Sheet. And that might be a high stick, but the Rangers touch it. So Lamanna will control. Lamanna misses his shot, and back the way for Sheet, but it's cut off. Puck goes off Swift Current, and back in the zone. Might have been too many, but ref says play on. Swift Current with a tight shot, and not much problem there for Gabe Grattan.
We have a streaky start to this third period both ways. Quick breakouts, hard hits, fast shots. Pretty big hit there by Cash Artenson. 15 extra pounds on Matt Smith. Open hit. A little bit further away from the birds than maybe you'd like to see, but
yeah, Cash Artenson likes to use that body. Those Swift Current farm boys like to throw the body around if they can. That's a long pass. It won't work out. Sear was looking for Melnick way down the ice, but he missed him, and we'll come back and do it again.
Another long breakout pass. Got to keep keeping them nice and short with these passes.
It's going to be Strange, and he'll come up against McNeely, but McNeely gets thrown out. Oh, no, he doesn't. The referee is giving an explanation to Swift Current head coach. It's Darren Evgen in there and looking for some explanation from Brandon Krieger. Krieger's done his talk, and now we'll go. It's McNeely. He's taking on Strange. Strange wins it to Bell, but not for long as this is Willen comes away with it. Willen controls, able to get it down in the zone, and Radmanovic will give chase. Logan Radmanovic. Kept in there by Malone, not for long though, as it's back out now. Bell cut that off. He drops it for Strange. Swift Current now a little chance. They'll work it down in the corner behind the net. That's off the defenseman. Willen will control. Robbie pinches down. And he beat Moline to it, so Robbie's team will control. Lino keeps it in now for Swift Current. Lino working against Sear along the far boards. Rangers will get it to center, however, and Robbie will get it back. So McNeely's through center. Gustafson puts it behind the net. Robbie's in there. Peichel's in there. Swift Current ends up winning the puck battle. Come out to center ice and chip it by the defenseman into the zone. That was Hilberg. Ecolab misses his man. So Swift Current controls, looking for the point shot. Didn't do it. Oh, there's a shot. That was baseball style out of the air, but Grattan was right there.
The tournament would like to thank the Delta Marriott Downtown. Delta, precisely what you need.
Ball, Ryan.
Yeah, that was impressive. That was Council. He was able to get a stick on it mid-air, about hip height, but Grattan's there. He can stop the knuckleball too. And he turns that one aside. Flowerchuck up for McCleary. McCleary keeps it in for Swift Current, and Council's in there on the far boards. Council, drop it for Hilbig. Oh, big hit there. Might have caught him a little high. That was Council. He was in there. That's two small players gliding behind the net, but Council plays big. He finished his man hard. Swift Current coming out with a little bit of physical play and might be able to control the pace that way. And now they dump it into the zone. Better start by Swift Current to this third period. Peichel has it along the side. He's able to get it up to his man. That's Cramps. Cramps working against his man, and puck will go behind the net. Hilbig. That's Gustafson. Hilbig comes away with it. Hilbig finds Levesque. Excuse me, that's Lawrence. Lawrence brings it across for Swift Current. Not very far, as Rieger will have to retreat, and Swift Current will try and set it up again. The Legionnaires better start to this third period. They're throwing the body around and making themselves known. We're not going to go away easy. Gustafson keeps in for the Rangers, however. Smith controls at the point. He's able to drop it down to his man, Lamanna. Lamanna and Gustafson in there for the Rangers, working against Deckaway now on the side boards. Lamanna and Deckaway are tied up. Deckaway goes down, and Smith just keeps it in for the Rangers. He walks the line and gets a weak shot onto the goaltender, Herman. And now Melnick will work it down. This is Gustafson. Working hard against his man. Tried to center it in front. That's off a Swift Current skate. Didn't find the Rangers stick. Rangers will keep it in, though. That's Lamanna on the far boards. He beats his man. Gets a sharp angle shot, and no problem for Jacob Herman, who's been solid all day.
The Westin Calgary is Calgary's premier downtown hotel and the official hotel for the Max tournament. The tournament thanks the Westin Hotel for their support. Westin, relax and recharge in downtown Calgary.
But they've been getting the puck out, and I think that's the main thing is their breakout has started all their offensive chances.
Yeah, their breakout's sharp, and they're playing physical, and they've taken it to the Rangers here in the first 6 minutes of the third period. They're still down by one, however. This is Sear. Tries to go across for Ekenlab, but it's cut off again by Swift Current, who was right there. Linklater plays it down the ice, and Sear will have it behind his own net now. Battle for it along the far corner, and Rangers will control. They'll break out, led by Sear. Sear to Ramanovich. Second goal score for the Rangers. Misses man. He's got Sear! Back door! And Herman has it.
I thought that might have squeaked through, but he pinched his right arm, his blocker arm, and got that. That was a great freaking save.
Good play by Rachmanovich, and he had Sear back door. He was looking for him, but Herman slides across, denies him. So we'll see if that's an energy boost for Swift Current as they come out. They find Bell, their lead scorer, across the ice, and Ekenlab will send it back to center ice, but Stamp's not able to keep it in. Linesman's there to cover, and they'll touch it. So it was offside. They'll do the face-off. And here's the goal by Lamanna in there against Strange.
A little bit of a mix-up at the blue line. We got it all figured out.
Mix up at the blue line. Bit of a scrambly play to enter and results in an offside, but Robbie will fire it in. Now they'll do it properly. The Rangers control, however, though, as Swift Current just keeps it in. That's Pouliot along the side boards. He's looking for his man Kowal, and Kowal tips it above the head of Robbie and into the zone. Kowal now in there. He's pressured by Robbie. Gets across the sideboards to Bell. Bell's able to get it just out as Beckenold shoots it back in. The Rangers will have to retreat, and Bell with his man, and there's another penalty coming up.
That sort of looked like Bell was reaching for the puck on that trip, but you still have to be in control of your stick. Pouliot goes down, 2 minutes.
Yeah, Spencer Bell got another one. He was trying to sneak by the defenseman, got him with his stick, brought him down, and Brandon Grieger says, can't do that.
A little bit unlucky.
A little bit of an unlucky one for sure. That's Spencer Bell's third penalty of the game. Hasn't had good luck today in that department. And we know how dangerous the Rangers' power play is. Melnick gets a shot from the point, but Herman's able to cover that. Swift Current bench wasn't very happy with that call on their lead scorer, Bell.
Still voicing their opinions.
They'll throw out the Rangers center, and they'll do it again. Gussis is in there now to take the draw. He won it, and Melnick controls. Melnick for Smith. Smith. Cross for... This is Smith again. The shot from the point. That one's tipped wide. Off a Legionnaire. That'll go wide. McNeely controls in the zone. McNeely for Melnick. Melnick to Smith. Smith looking for Melnick. Finds him. Down low for McNeely. Tries to jam it in. Puck's in front. The Swift Current gets a hold of it. Puts it down the ice, and they'll get a change. Smith for the Rangers controls. He'll lead the breakout. He has McNeely long. Elects not to pass it to him. Instead, he'll go for... Well, the puck's tipped off a Swift Current player back down the ice. Tough to get it past their blue line. So they'll try it again. This time it'll be led by Smith again, and he'll bring the puck through center ice. Dumps it in, cut off by Rieger. Rieger will fire it, hit his own man, but he'll have a second chance this time. He does the job. Fires all the way back down the ice. 45 seconds left in the power play. Smith will retreat once again. He's got a man long. That's Melnick long. But instead, Sear will take it. Sear will bring it across the ice into the attacking zone, and this might give him a chance to set up. Sear looking long. That shot never got through. Gustis is in there in the corner. McNeely working. Good check there. No, it wasn't a good check. Brandon Grieger says might have got him in the numbers, and he'll actually call a trip. So they got their sticks tied up, and that's no good.
There's been a few calls going against Swift Current today, but that call against Fort Saskatchewan was definitely gray area.
Well, Sear and Deckaway will talk about it. But regardless of what we think, it'll be 4-on-4 for 14 seconds, and maybe that's why we're up here, Mitch. So Linklater's in for the draw. That's against Kolek. Rieger controls. We're 4-on-4 for the next 10 seconds. And there'll be a Swift Current power play. But Kolek comes across. There's a shot by Kolak off the shoulder of Herman. Didn't get out, and back in the control. Now Swift Current's on the power play. Radmanovich working hard against his man, and Robbie will control for the Legionnaires. Off the board and plays that to his old man. That's Kowal. And Bell controls. Back to the corner. Here's Robbie. Robbie gets a shot through. Tipped on goal. Good save by Grattan. That was a reactionary save. As Strange was right there to tip the Robbie shot. So Swift Current flexing their power play of their own. Good chance there. This is Robbie setting it up behind his own net. He'll now come out, look for a man maybe down ice. No, instead he goes. And the puck will get shot on the boards. That's Deckaway. McCleary to Evgen. Evgen in front. McCleary controls now at the point. Get the cross ice. Evgen, this is a shot. That one's blocked by a Ranger. That was Sear. Swift Current controls again, and this time Grattan hangs on. And
The Max Tournament Organizing Committee welcomes the Calgary Flames and the Calgary Hitmen, and we thank them for their support of this year's tournament.
Power plays are running the same way with the umbrella format. And right now, the guy leading the power play for Fort Saskatchewan, number 4, Mr. Smith, has been doing a very good job. Let's see what McCleary can do for the rest of this power play.
Yeah, they both like that 3-man up top, and a lot of these teams, they play their power plays similar. With the evolving game, they know what works, but this time the Rangers will fire it down the ice. Herman will give it to his man, and he'll set it up for McCleary. McCleary steps out, across his own blue line. Oh, good check there as they tried to enter the zone, but they still control, however. And McCleary will control, but hops over a stick down the ice, and Peichel will send it down for the Rangers as time will run out on the Swift Current power play. Only 3 seconds left, and Willems will step out of the box, and he does. We're even. Here's McCleary. Gets it across the ice into the attacking zone, looking for Council in the middle. Council checked. Let's work back to the Swift Current point. Tipped on goal, and Grattan with another good reactionary save. Now Gabe Grattan's getting tested a few times on the power play, but just Jacob Herman. Gabe's responded. Swift Current controls. Good battle along the boards. That's McNeely and Council battling there, and Swift Current comes away with it. Got a stick in there, and yeah, it looks like they're going to get that one as the Rangers go into penalty kill again. Someone got a stick on Council as he went for the shot, and it will in fact be hooking.
No doubt about it. He could get his shot off. He had a clear opportunity, and it was taken away. 2 minutes.
Inspiring athletes with hustle, heart, and passion, continuing the tradition of this incredible tournament. We want to send a special thanks to Circle K convenience stores.
So that was Ethan Willens got his stick on Council, and Ethan Willens just got out of the box. He'll sit for another 2 as he hooked him. So Swift Current will get another chance on that power play. They looked okay the first time around. We'll see how they do the second time. This time, right off the bat, though, it's taken out, and a little chance for Fort Saskatchewan the other way, but that one's cut off by Robbie. This is Sheet leading the charge in. Gets it past the Rangers player and down below the goal. But McNeely controls on the sideboards, and he puts it down the ice. Herman's behind his net. He'll leave it for Robbie. Robbie will set it up. Directing traffic is Robbie. He'll step now behind the net. Looks for a pass. He was looking for Martins, but that was too far. And Eckenlau will fire it back down the ice, and they'll try it again. This time it's going to be run by McCleary. And they're directing traffic again. That's Strange directing traffic for Swift Current. And Strange now leads the rush. Dumps it into the attacking zone. Linklater's in on in the corner. Linklater leads it for Bell. As we said before, Spencer Bell, lead scorer for this Swift Current team, and 6 goals on the power play this year. McCleary, though, steps low. Tries to get out front for Strange, and that one bounces McCleary. Another shot, second shot, and Grattan's right there again through traffic. Able to cover up.
Grattan had his eyes going through the traffic.
Since 1977, Circle K stores have supported youth hockey in Alberta through the Max Midget Hockey Tournament. 41 years later, they're happy to see such inspiring athletes with hustle, heart, and passion continuing the tradition of this incredible tournament. We want to send a special thanks to Circle K convenience stores for their many years of support.
Walks the line on the other side. He finds Rieger. Rieger for a shot, and that one just went wide, and Strange will bring it out for Rieger. McCleary. Rieger. Top of the circle. Oh, he's looking for Bell, and looking for Strange in front. That one didn't work out, and Linklater will control behind the net. He's in a battle, though, and Strange will come away with that. He'll get it to McCleary. To Rieger. There's a shot, and Gabe Grattan's there again as Linklater was looming. So Grattan will hang on, and he'll hang on hard.
The Rangers' 2 forwards are fairly are good at putting pressure on the D-man on this penalty kill. And they have 2 guys even when they're down low in the corner. That's what they're keeping away all those shots, or how they're keeping away.
The Max Tournament would like to thank Shaw for their support of our event. For all your internet, streaming, or cable needs, please contact Shaw.
They've showed a few shots through traffic, but nevertheless the score is still 2-1 for the Rangers. Levesque sent that one wide. They still control, though. Lawrence controls down low. Lawrence. As Williams steps up the box, we're now even. Lawrence circles back and he'll bring it back down to try to get the cycle going. Sears there to cut it off. Sear will work it across the ice as the Rangers break out now. Here's Gustafson. Gustafson over center, dumps it in the zone. He's going to collide with Levesque, and Levesque tried to get it to his D partner, but hit Gustafson in the foot, and they'll control. Moline sent that one into the corner. Melnick's in there to work on it. Melnick pauses on the side boards. Took too long, though, and Swift Current will get it out into the Rangers zone. Controlled by the Rangers, though. Moline to Melnick. For Lamanna. For Gustafson. Gustafson across into the attacking zone. There's a shot. Easily handled by Herman into the corner. Gustafson will have another chance. This time he'll try to cycle it down low. Except it goes off a Swift Current player and out of the zone. Melnick controls, though. Melnick fires it behind the net, and they'll take their time to get it set up. Radmanovich is there keeping an eye on Levesque. So Swift Current now, after coming off the power plays, momentum shifted yet again, and the Rangers seem to be taking it to them at the moment. As McNeely picks off that pass. McNeely into the zone, but Radmanovich had a foot inside, and linesman says that can't do that, and that'll be offside.
If Swift Current wants to get themselves back tied up in this game, they have to have better shot quality whenever they're getting their shots on net. Right now, they're getting their shots on net, but a lot of them are low, and they're not getting on the rebounds.
Yeah, Gabe Gratton's been good, but he hasn't really been tested. A lot of those shots from the power play came from the point, and not much traffic in front for the Legionnaires. Now the Rangers will control. Tried to fire, that hit Bell. Spencer Bell looks like he's okay, and Gratton will send it for Smith. Smith controls for the Rangers. He's looking on the far side, and they'll bring it up. That hit a body, so there'll be no icing. Willems is in there. Herman plays it, and we got tied up in front as Willems was getting roughed up there, but nothing comes of that, and the Rangers will fire it back in the zone. And there's a big collision right at center ice. Inadvertent, but that was Bell and Radmanovich collided. So now the Legionnaires will fire it behind the net. Bell's in there first. Spencer Bell. This is Sheet. Looking for Strange in the corner. He's battling against Melnick. For Sheet. Robbie. Cross ice. That was Lino, and puck's tipped away. That's Kowal. Kowal and Peichel are in there for the Rangers. Kowal tries to drop back to Peichel, but it's cut off by the Legionnaires, and now they'll get it out of the zone. Bell was on it. Lamanna's now on it for the Rangers. He drives it down on the side and gets a easy shot. Peichel was in there, and he'll be met by Arnson. Peichel and Arnson will talk about it.
We remind you to stay in your seats at the conclusion of the game. We will present the players of the game from each team with special gifts.
10 pounds they have on average over top of Fort Saskatchewan here.
Yeah, Swift Current, big, strong team. When they like to use that body, they can, and they do it well, create some chances for themselves. Rangers will win the draw, though, but Smith can't keep it in, and he'll retreat to center ice. Now he'll flip it into the zone, and everyone tags up, and there they go, led by Melnick. Melnick will be working against Swift Current. Beats him with some speed, and Deckaway sends it for Smith. Too far. Gustafson controls the Rangers now. Good hit by Arnson. Just as we talked about, Melnick has a chance now. Melnick, partial break. It's in front of the scramble. Herman's on it. Where is it? Puck's on the far side against the net, and Herman, I don't know if he got a glove on that or the puck was frozen, but either way, we're hanging on.
Gustafson pass barely got through there. That chance was very low, and the defense for Swift Current did a good job of keeping them on the outside.
Yeah, Speedy Melnick had a half step on the defenseman and led to a little chance, but nonetheless, Herman able to get a glove on it, and we'll have face-off to his left. Levesque. For Swift Current, gets it out of the zone, and Linklater will lead the charge into the other zone. Oh, and a good check there, good collision. Got a little tied up, and Rangers looking for a penalty, and no go as Melnick hits Linklater. Bench is starting to get a little physical here on this shift. Levesque. Shot that was high. And that's Krebs. Keeps it in. The Rangers control down low. but by Melnick. Now it's taken away. Linklater, Evgen in front. That shot was blocked. Just barely kept in by Swift Current. They do. It's off a foot. Ref waves it off right away. That puck went in off the foot of the Swift Current player, not off the skate, or off the stick rather, and the ref will deem it to be a kicking motion. There'll be no goal.
Yeah, Brandon did a good job of making that decision right away. He immediately waved it off as the puck was going in the net. Seems like he knew the call there before it even happened.
Yeah, Logan Linklater was in front, shot from the point, hit him in the foot, and ref Brandon Grieger says that's a kicking motion, can't do that, but he'll talk to the coach about it. Darren Evgen and Brandon Grieger will have a conversation. The message from head coach Darren Evgen has got to be calm down and go get another one, boys. You got 2:42 left, but the Rangers will win this face-off. Yeah, just as you said, Mitch, Brandon Grieger, he was emphatic about waving that off right away and didn't change his mind. So that's what we're going with, and Swift Current will control down below. Bell controls it now. Up for Levesque. That's Von Hagen. Von Hagen fires it. That's off a glove over the net and into the corner. Keep an eye on the Swift Current goalie here. Von Hagen misses that shot, fanned on it. Only got a partial, and Evgen's in there in the corner against Sear.
That's not something we've seen from him very much this game.
No, he's usually solid on that stick, but missed that one, and they'll circle it down. There's a half chance by Evgen. Rebound by the defenseman who's pinching up, but it's off Willens and up over the net.
Yeah, number 7, Brandon Von Hagen, coming in at 5'10", 195 pounds, likes to throw his weight around and can play the puck fairly well. He didn't get all of that shot there, but that's not typical of him. He'll have his next shot.
Well, if he gets another one, I'm sure he'll miss again. Only 1:53 left in the game, though. The Rangers leading by 1. Sheet wins the draw. Robbie through traffic. That one's blocked by Eichenlaub. And the Rangers do get it out. Rieger's back for Swift Current. He'll control and bring it behind his net. Rieger for Robbie. Robbie now makes a step. He was looking for Deckaway along the close boards. He hits him, and Deckaway has the puck now into the zone. Keep an eye on the Swift Current goalie here. And there's a penalty coming up now on the Rangers. Looks like Melnick's going to get it. And Rhett Melnick will sit for 2.
He's been playing really well today.
And was that a slash, Mitch?
I didn't see the motion.
Well, nevertheless, Rhett Melnick will sit for 2, and I'm sure Swift Current will pull the goalie here, and they're going to have 129 on the power play and an empty net. Only thing about that power play, Mitch, is that the Rangers can ice it. On a traditional situation where they pull the goalie, icings are still in play, but obviously when the Rangers...
We remind you to stay in your seats at the conclusion of the game, as we will be presenting the Game Stars with special gifts from True Hockey, Colby Apparel Canada, and Tuxedo Source for Sports.
2-man.
It makes the last minute 30 of this game fairly interesting.
So the Legionnaires will look for an answer. The Rangers will send out Sear, Smith, Gustafson, and McNeely. They've all been playing well today. Sear and Smith have had a heck of a game. They're 2 big defensemen.
Swift Current hasn't had much luck on the power play here. Let's see if they shake it up a little bit.
Well, we'll be in for a good finish here as McNeely's in for the draw against Linklater, 6-on-4. Right away, it's down the ice, just as I said, for the empty net, they score!
A well-deserved goal for Mr. Smith as he's been running the power play for the team the whole game. Gets a long 180-foot shot, gets it in the net.
Yeah, Matt Smith, the puck shot to him, and just as I said, Mitch, you can fire it down the ice when you're killing a penalty. He did just that into the empty net, and just like that, it's now 3-1 Rangers, 1:24 remaining in the third period. Time is running out for Swift Current. Peichel loses the draw. McCleary will retreat for the Rangers with Robbie. Excuse me, he's with Rieger, and he'll control behind the net. McCleary brings it out. And they'll try to pull the goalie again as Herman's headed to the bench. Pouliot Beat by Bell. Bell shot from the top of the circle. That one's over the net. McCleary controls now. McCleary across for Rieger. Rieger pressured by Pouliot, who throws the body, but worked down for Strange. Strange behind the net. Steps out in front. There's a chance. And Grattan was there. Not much to that one. Another chance in front, but Grattan was in good position.
Sorry about that, Ryan. Another good save by Grattan, keeping his eyes open, pads down, nothing squeaked through his 5-hole. That's another big save for them. They kept the game at 2
Gabe
goals.
Grattan's had a quietly very good game. Not too many flashy saves, but just in solid position. He's turned away 28 of 29 shots. Nothing wrong with that stat. And that'll be another one, although it doesn't count as a shot, as he'll hang onto the puck and they'll drop it again in the same spot.
Swift Current, of course, not giving up, still trying to do what they can to make this game tied up or at least a little bit closer.
They're going to change the center is Radmanovich versus Linklater. Puck's down. Radmanovich doesn't win it, shoots to the side, but there's no Ranger. McCleary now with a soft shot, and again, Grattan, an easy pickup. We'll do it again. It'll be Radmanovich versus Linklater again. Linklater's done 3 draws in a row, and that'll take a lot out of you if you're bearing down for 3 faceoffs in a row, so we'll see if that plays into it. The sticks are down. Oh, Bell flinched, and they'll throw him out. So instead, Strange will come in and take the draw. And he loses it. That's Flowerchuk. Tries to play across the boards, but Strange is there to cut it off, and McCleary pinches down to keep it in. There's another shot. That was turned aside by Grattan. Strange behind the net now controls. Bell controls on the far boards. He's hit by Melnick. Out for Robbie. For McCleary. In front. Von Hagen with a chance, and again, Grattan just there in good position. Sear pushes over Linklater, and they'll all have a talk about it.
Just protecting his goalie, making sure he stays out of the crease.
Yeah, Gabe Grattan's been tested a few times in this last couple of minutes, but just as I said earlier, he's in position, he's nice and solid, nothing flashy. He'll just save those coming towards him. McCleary. Robbie, there's a shot. That one's blocked by his own man, Von Hagen, who's hurt.
Yeah, he's not feeling good with that.
McCleary does get one off now, and backdoor there's Linklater. Grattan's there. They'll end up covering up, and there'll be some pushing.
Von Hagen.
Close play, and Linklater's in there. And they'll talk about it. Not much comes of it.
We remind you to stay in your seats at the conclusion of the game, as we will be presenting the game stars with special gifts from True Hockey, Colby Apparel Canada, and Tuxedo Source for Sports.
Got tied up after that close play at the net, and they'll talk about it. And there's a man going off for Swift Current now. It is Linklater, and he'll go for the cross check.
And that'll bring the face-off back to Swift Current. Here comes Ogan again. Herman. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll be 4-on-4, and so Melnick still serving the penalty from earlier. We'll be 4-on-4, and so Herman will come back in the goal. The puck's down. It's won by Swift Current. Time will come off the clock, though, and the Fort Saskatchewan Rangers will win their first game in their first try of the tournament by a final score of 3-1. Momentum shifted a few times in this game. Swift Current came out flying. Fort Saskatchewan took it back, and the power play ended up being too much. Both goalies played really well and ended up being Fort Saskatchewan with the 3-1 victory.
Shots on goal in the third period. Private Fort Saskatchewan, 12 for a 3-period total of 37. The Swift Current, 12 for a 3-period total of 29.
So the final score, 3-1 for Fort Saskatchewan against Swift Current. The final shots, 37-32 in favor of Fort Saskatchewan as well. So that'll do it for the 3:30 game at Max Bell. I'm Ryan Dickey for Mitch Hagen. Tune in at 8 o'clock when the Buffs take on the team from Russia. And now, before we go to the player of the game, I have a few picks myself, but I'm not in charge. So we'll wait and see who gets the honor of being the player of the game for both teams.
I like Smith for player of the game for the Rangers.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Van
Smith was
Hagen
good.
for Swift.
Malnick's good. On the other side, Van Hagen and Robbie are leading the charge for me. We'll see who they go with.
Swift Current, Legionnaires, with 1 assist. Number 23, Quentin Strange.
Strange had a good game. He was hard on the forecheck. Assisted on their only goal. And a good pick in my book for player of the game for Swift Current. Now we'll rate the player of the game for the Rangers.
For the Saskatchewan Rangers, with 1 goal, number 14, Logan Ranovich.
He had the second goal today. Did a really good job stepping around D-man.
He had the second goal off a speedy play where he stuck with it. Logan Romanovich hard on the forecheck all day. Got the second goal, a good pick in my book for the player of the game. So that'll do it. Swift Current falls 3-1 at the hand of Fort Saskatchewan. And these teams will move on and play again tomorrow, and we'll keep up with it. But for now, Ryan Dickey, Mitch Hagan saying good night. We'll see you at 8 o'clock for the Buffs versus Russia.
Have a good night.